Nancy. What? The best host, the nicest woman, just amazing. And Nancy learned how to say my name finally, Saurabh Kikani. It's an Indian name. My parents are from India. And the way we pronounce that name in Trump's America is, "You terrorist son of a bitch." Which is all right with me, because I've been told that I don't look stereotypically Indian, so I get to take advantage of my fake white privilege like all the time, When Trump rounds up all the brown people, I'm gonna be like, "I'm Steve." I'll fight for you guys in Guantanamo. I will. I promise. As an Indian man, though, I feel like I can never complain. I can never complain about racism, because Indian people are way more racist than white people. Way more racist. We're so racist. We're racist against one another, right? Like, I recently flew into New York, and wait. I didn't fly into New York. Oh, come on! You're at a comedy show! I was visiting the city of New York. And this is when I realized I can never complain about racism, because Indian people, we're suspicious of each other, man. I was in line at TSA at the airport, coincidentally, 2 brown guys in front of me, 2 brown guys behind me, and we were all thinking the exact same thing. I know I'm not the one, so which one of us is gonna do this thing? It's not really my generation, though. It's my parents' generation. Like, racism, Indian racism, more my parents' generation. And I have figured out the best way to get rid of racism in your Indian parents, which I know we all have, all right? All you have to do is put off marriage as long as possible, and then your parents get more and more open-minded, right? Like, when I was growing up, my parents used to say, "Saurabh, you have to marry not only an Indian girl, but you have to marry a North Indian girl." I got to marriageable age, I still wasn't hitched, right? And then they go, "Okay, North Indian, South Indian, any part of India is fine." And then I still wasn't married, and then they said, "Look, just get a Mexican girl pregnant and give us a grandbaby, okay?" Still very racist. But hashtag progress. Come on. Hashtag progress, guys. We almost have made it to that mountaintop. We've almost made it to that mountaintop. Man, there's a bunch of other race stuff, and I had this very smooth thing I was gonna do, but you guys are such a fun audience. I kind of want to just try some stuff out right now. So you guys feel alright about that? Okay. Let's see. Okay, well, age. Okay, you guys are all a very young crowd, I can see. All right. So forgive my old self, but I'm 37. I'm a 37-year-old man. And look, I know 37 is not old, all right? But it's not young anymore either, right? So I like to make myself feel better by saying that, yes, I am 37, but I look heroin 30. I feel methamphetamine 25, in my heart, you know? So there's obvious stuff that comics talk about, right? About aging, as we get older. But I'm fascinated by the weird things, you know? Like taste buds. You ever notice, the older you get, your taste buds change? Things that I used to love when I was a kid, I hate now. And things that I love now, I would have hated when I was a kid. And I think the reason why is we want the things that we take in to feel like our life. So I'll give you an example. So when I was a really little kid, my favorite food, candy. all day, all night, candy. It's because my life was colorful and sweet and varied. And now my favorite food is scotch. It's dark. It's complex. It tastes like regret. It just feels like a better fit for my life right now. But yeah, so I'm a comedian, and a lot of comedians are on the younger side, right? Most comedians are in their early 20s, mid 20s, and so I hang out with a lot of these 20-something comedians, and I love it. And they treat me real well, and I kind of feel like the cool old guy, like hanging out with them. And the only problem though is that they can still do shit that I just don't even want to do anymore. You know what I mean? Like they're into things that they can still push the edge, and I'm like, man, the edge is boring to me now, right? Like I was hanging out with some of my 20-something comedian friends, and we're just out at a bar, and we're getting pretty drunk and having a good time. And then one of the cool comedian guy, and he goes, let me introduce you guys to my friend Molly, right? He pulls out this little bag of pills, and in that moment, I knew I had a decision to make, right? Like, there was this young version of me that pops up on this shoulder that says, Saurabh Kikani, show these young bucks what's up, all right? Show these guys how to do this right. We used to call it ecstasy. But then there was this older, wiser version of me that pops up on this shoulder that goes, dude, we need this so bad. Just take the pills. Just do it. So I do. And immediately I know it's a mistake. Right? We're in this stupid EDM club. Again, I know I'm old because all this music sounds fucking horrible to me. It's just like Satan with a beat. Bong, bong, bong. But at some point, the high, the roll starts kicking in. And I see these young guys, they all start going, oh my God, here comes the drop. And this is when I knew I was old. I was like, oh my God, my state and federal taxes are due tomorrow. Boom, boom. You guys were amazing. Thank you.